Wait.
Peace, light, and love, family. 1212, Gorilla Elite, bulletproof. Nothing but the truth. Back at it again. You feel me? We got to get into it. So the question is, can you survive or recover from the snake bite and the Boost Mobile shots? And my answer is simply this: yes, you can. You can survive or recover from it if you believe. If you believe, anything is possible. Because we know that a lot of people have been affected by all the snake bites, Boost Mobile shots, and all the other bioweapons that are continuing to be released by the so-called elites, Zionists, satanic, pedophile elites, whatever you want to call them. Feel me? So there's many things you can do, and you got it. The first thing you got to do is understand nature. You got to get back to nature. You feel me? We're in the conscious era right now. People are becoming more aware of how humans should actually really live their lives. A lot of people are starting to get back to nature. There's no coincidence why a lot of people are starting to become vegans now. Real vegans at that. You know, not the half-ass processed vegans that you see floating around today all over social media, faking the funk. You feel me? You just got to understand the bioweapon. Understand it. And how are you going to do that? First, your body has to understand it. Your body has to understand it by contracting it. Your body has to understand the bioweapon by becoming affected by it first. So then it goes to your system and your body can say, okay, I can see what this is, and I can see how it's affecting me, and now I'm going to cleanse it. But it's up to you to cleanse it with the right things. Now, all you really have to do, I believe, honestly, to defeat almost any disease upon the face of the earth is follow the diet that was given to humans when we were first created, which is basically just to eat vegetables and fruits, not even grains, just straight up vegetables and fruits. You feel me? So if anything, what do we know about the bioweapon? We know from the Peter pandemic, the bioweapon was primarily attacking one's heart, your main electrical panel. They targeted your heart because they know that controls and it keeps your body running. That is your main electrical panel. Basically, internally, the heart is your main electrical panel internally, and they know this. You feel me? And that's why it was designed to affect your heart. And that's why you're seeing a lot of extremely healthy athletes and kids having inflammation of the heart, having heart attacks, dropping.
Hundreds and hundreds of examples. So something's changed. I obviously blame the vaccine because that's what's changed in mandates. And, you know, the naysayers will tell me it's COVID, long COVID. Well, if that's the case, why did it not affect the young in 2020? And so we have a health problem, a national health crisis, and at the very least, it should be examined and discussed openly. Unfortunately, the vaccine is a taboo subject, and it's not allowed to be discussed in the mainstream media or pretty much anywhere near health authorities. So this is a problem that needs to be reckoned with. We need a national discussion about it. And, you know, if I'm proven wrong, that's great. But unfortunately, on Wall Street, when we see statistics like this, and trend changes like this, we become quite alarmed. And that's what I do for a living.
We all know, you know, let's keep it 110. We know exactly what that was about. You feel me? And so what do you got to do? Just like I said, so what are you going to do? Just like I said, get back to nature. Start eating things. You can go on the so-called cardiac diet and just eliminate all the meats within that cardiac diet. You feel me? Start eating all the extremely organic vegetables, fruits, tomatoes, beets, avocados, all the things that are heart healthy foods that were designed by the Most High for us to consume, you know, and it's crazy, man. Like, knowledge has truly been increased in these last days, man. You feel me? And when I say last days, I mean the end of this type of society, because there's nothing really new under the sun. All these different type of bioweapons been here before. They created so many different type of bioweapons, even in ancient times, and all the technology we have today was then back then as well, as it was then, as it is now. So yes, there's truly nothing new under the sun. It even happened to me, actually, now that I think about it. I was doing some work for this guy, and apparently he told me, and this is when, the Peter pandemic first started. So everybody was falling for the trick bags. You feel me? This guy was like, "Hey man, it's okay. You can take your mask off when you're around me, man. I'm actually participating in a a bioweapon trial. Let's just call it that. I'm participating in a snake bite trial, in other words." And I was like, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah, so I got all different types of shots and boost mobile shots and snake bites. And yeah, it's because I have a certain disease." So that's what he was telling me. He was just basically telling me that he had a certain disease. So he was participating in uh, a snake bite trial, to where they was giving him all types of shots and whatnot, just to see how his body would react. And I was like, wow. He was like, "Yeah, man. So I've been double boosted, and I got like 3 or 4 different shots, and I already got a disease. So we're just trying to figure out, how my body's going to respond in the next couple of weeks." And I was like, "Oh man." I was like, "Oh, okay, no sweat." I was like, then I didn't think to myself. I was like, I don't like wearing this diaper around my face anyway. So just thinking about it, I was like, didn't put two and two together at the time. But then and on top of that, he was all coughing and sneezing, and I was just like, "What the heck? What is?" I was like, "Whatever, no sweat." You know what I'm saying? Wasn't really even thinking about it. You feel me? About 2 or 3 days after that, I started feeling extremely sick, like internally. But I didn't have your typical, flu symptoms or anything like that, like headache or coughing or sore throat or anything like that. I didn't have any of that. I basically just had like, it was weird. I felt like, basically I would feel like I drunk like 10 Red Bulls or Monster energy drinks. But I was like, at the same time, I wanted to crash really badly. And I was really extremely fatigued for absolutely no reason. And my heart was just racing, like unexpectedly. Sometimes I would be asleep, wake up 2 o'clock in the morning, heart is pounding and racing. Didn't make any sense. I was like, "What is going on? Why is my heart like this?" It would just like abruptly start just pounding and racing extremely fast. So I started putting two and two together, and I was like, let me do some research on this, because, with all the different bioweapons that they release, this might be something else. You feel me? Yeah, I was seeing extremely healthy athletes, just fall over, just start fainting out of nowhere. And remember, these guys are active, always playing, always in the gym. So I even went to the emergency room just to see if they can check it out, do it, run a diagnostics, see what's going on. Gave me like a little heart monitor and everything like that. And they were like, it might be something that's just now coming up. I was like, but I never had heart problems in my entire life. So why all of a sudden would this be happening to me now? You feel me? So I started putting two together, doing some more research. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. That's one of the side effects of the snake bite. And this guy, the guy that I was working around, had like 4 or 5 of them. Like I said, he was participating in some type of trial. He was he volunteered to be a guinea pig for this trial or whatever. And so, and from there, I was like, you know what? Since I was already transitioning into a vegan diet anyways, I was like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be 100% fruit and vegetables, 100% heart healthy vegetables and fruits. I'm not even gonna, even if you look at a cardiac diet, it tells you that, you should eat fish, this and that. I even took out the fish, and I was like, I'm gonna do this for the next 30 days and see if this helps me, man. So I thought it was done. I thought it was done. And I was looking at all those articles on children having like inflammation of the heart and whatnot. And I just started putting two and two together, and I was like, you know what? I can't believe it. They definitely designed this thing to attack your heart as well. And remember, everybody's body's going to react different. Some of the shots may not attack your heart. Some of the shots may do other things, because these are little robotic nanoparticles that are being injected into your bloodstream, and they're going to work. So apparently, whether they're going to work to destroy you internally, obviously, which I believe, or to possibly control you in the future. I actually seen a video clip where a guy, he got the snake bite, and when he got home, somebody was like, "Who?" I was on Bluetooth trying to connect to my speaker, and this random Bluetooth device just kept popping up. And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "When I got closer to you, it kept popping up. Do you have any new devices or anything like that?" He was like, "No, man. I just got my phone. I ain't got nothing else." And he connected to him. So I don't know if it was all cap, whatever. It could have been fake. It is what it is. Yeah, he connected to him via Bluetooth. So we know that these robotic nanoparticles, they have a mind of their own. So they were programmed to do certain things. And remember, this guy had all the snake bites, all the different types of venom. So I definitely got, and I was just around him. I didn't get it myself. I was just around him at the time. So, and you go online, you see all these forums where people were heavily affected. They can't walk straight. Their nerve system is completely damaged, and yeah, they're trying to find a way to recover. And so I always thought, you know what? When it comes to recovery, when it comes to the physical body, I think we all should be following the diet that the Most High gave us from the beginning when He created us. When the Most High created us, He gave us a diet, which was literally fruits and vegetables. And nature will always defeat man. Nature will always defeat the mutation of man. You feel me? Man will always try to lift himself up as the Most High. He wants to sit on the throne as the Most High, but he won't be able to because he will never be able to control the gates of heaven, which can literally be opened up again and cleanse the whole earth again if the Most High wanted to. But we know that it's going to happen a different way. The earth is going to be cleansed a different way. It won't happen by water this time. Nature is going to cleanse itself a different way this time. So the best thing to do is turn to the Most High's diet, and you want to stick to your high vibrational fruits and increase to you want to elevate to your highest Christ conscious level. You feel me? You want to elevate to your highest Christ conscious level so you can defeat anything, any bioweapon. But like I said, your body is going to have to be effective for it so it can understand it as well. So then it'll take in certain foods that will deteriorate the venom, in other words. You feel me? So yeah, man, and that was just crazy because my heart was shutting down randomly at random times of the day, having little mild heart attacks. And yeah, man, so many people have been affected. So I'm gonna try to reach out to those who have been affected. I'm gonna ask them if they have tried a 100% vegetable and fruits diet, 100%. I guess you say a vegan diet, like a real vegan diet, really real. I'm gonna ask them if they have ever tried a 100% real vegan diet and see how that goes. Because I believe, like I said, nature will always defeat the mutation of man's wicked devices. Um, so you see forms today of people being affected in all different types of ways. It takes some discipline because, like I said, you got to be 100%. Only thing, drink water, vegetables, fruits. That's all you're going to eat. Not even grains, like I was saying. Don't even do grains. X that out as well. 100% water, fruits, vegetables. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're going to do water, fruits, and vegetables. 110%. And that's how I think we can truly defeat any bioweapon that the Zionist, pedophile, satanic elites try to put out there, you know. So that's my piece on it, family. And that's how you would recover from any of the snake bites or boost mobile shots if you have been affected negatively physically, because that's what it does. It affects you physically, mentally, and they say once you get the snake bite, your DNA has been altered. So in that case, it would affect you spiritually as well, because then you are no longer eligible, I guess you could say, to be saved. You feel me? So you might as well go along with the sheep at that point. But hey, 2/3 supposedly has to get cut off anyway. So this message is out there. This message is for the 1/3. With that being said, shalom.